people, this is after the fact that I played the league, so I want to give you a little bit of a deck of the deck list. It's not my own deck list, I took it from the internet, but so I'm gonna give credit actually to the person. It's called Sickboy138. But honestly, felt quite good. Then I'm gonna give you my updated version and some thoughts about the Pioneer format as a whole. I know Pioneer is not what you're here for, but I was looking for a deck that had a similar feel to Scales without being Scales. I tried Scales, and Scales in Pioneer, at least, it feels like a linear deck. You know, you play, it's like basically a stompy deck, and Scales just makes it like your dude's bigger. You know, it is kind of a feeling. You know, you play it and you're like, this is not really itching. You know, yes, you had Scales, yes, you casted, I don't know, Hangabog Walker, but other than that, it gets quite boring, honestly. So I wanted to try some other decks, and this was the deck, you know, scorching through the leads and challenges. This is the deck I was like, man, this looks pretty complex. And it's Rakdos Sacrifice. The Rakdos midrange is the most popular option, but the Sacrifice version is cooler. So the goal here is that you play a bunch of very cheap spells. This was a very good deck when Lurus was not, obviously. And you play a bunch of cheap spells that don't have a small synergies between them. So basically, even though none of them are like super strong by themselves, together they become quite strong. So let's start with breaking it down. Like the first thing you have going on in this deck, and how you're gonna win a significant percentage of the games, is the Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven combination. You know, basically when you sacrifice a Cauldron Familiar with Witch's Oven, you make a food, and with the food you can bring back the Cauldron Familiar, and basically you can do this loop once for every Witch's Oven you got. So basically you get to drain your opponent for one every time, which is not super impressive, but it works well with the rest of the deck, obviously. So this is kind of like, you know, plan A, or like the most basic plan on the deck. But it's not all in on this stuff. In fact, there's very little graveyard stuff in this deck. The only other graveyard piece is Croxa. And a lot of people bring graveyard hate against you. So I kind of like how this deck is built, this version is built, that it doesn't rely a lot on the graveyard. So you can actually, you know, you're not super weak to Rest in Peace effects, Scavenging Moves, etc. The only thing is like the Cauldron Familiar. And you can cut, for example, these two, you expect a lot of graveyard hate. And because Witch's Oven is still very good. So that's, let's say, plan A, Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven. Then the other plan that I would say is pretty common is the Unecold Anvil Artifacts plan, which is also you can use Witch's Oven to make artifacts, obviously. But with Unecold Anvil, if you don't know, whenever artifact leaves the battlefield once each turn, you make a 1/1 colorless construct, and then you can also tap it to sacrifice an artifact, and you drain your opponent for one once again. And so basically, you can even sacrifice your own token to make a new token, and, you know, drain your opponent for one, getting a similar effect to the Witch's Oven Cauldron Familiar, but with one card, not with two, which is kind of strong. It also triggers with never any artifact leaves the battlefield, not when it taps. So you can, you know, do the trigger to make the dude for whatever with another effect, for example, with sacrificing a food for Cauldron Familiar, and then you can wait to sacrifice until your opponent, I don't know, targets your artifact or even itself, right? That's kind of like how it works. And this card is strong by itself, but it's also even stronger when you combine it with a card like Experimental Synthesizer. I played this deck in the card in skill, so I hope you know what it does. But basically, just a draw 2 for 1 mana. That you play it, you exile a card, you can play that turn, and you can sacrifice it to Unecold Anvil or Deadly Dispute to get value, and you draw another card, right? So you see how it works kind of nicely. With this, you basically get to make a 1/1, draw 2 cards, and drain your opponent for 1. Or you can make Samurais if you want to, which is never a bad thing. Deadly Dispute works a little bit like Unecold Anvil. It sacrifices an artifact or a creature, so you can sacrifice everything. And you make a treasure and draw 2 cards. Obviously, extremely good with Synthesizer, making it a 3/1 basically. And it gives you a treasure token, which allows you to keep casting spells. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I hope it's recording properly. It is. Then another card that works well with Unecold Anvil is Voldaren Epicure. It deals 1 damage to your opponent when you play it, and it makes a block token. A block token, you can discard a card, pay one mana, discard a card, and you can draw a card. Or you can, of course, sacrifice it to Unecold Anvil or to Deadly Dispute, right? All these sacrifice things are rounded by like the payoffs of the deck. Then, of course, we have some removal in the form of Fatal Push. This is a kind of a general removal, good removal spell, you know, in the format. One of the best removal spells actually in the format. And then we have Deadly Dispute, which is kind of keeps the gas flowing, as I said, makes mana. And then Claim the Firstborn. So here are the kind of the payers for all this sacrifice business. A lot of these cards are not super strong, but when you combine them with these other cards, they become quite strong. Let's start with the more obvious one, which is Claim the Firstborn. Claim the Firstborn, you steal your opponent's creature, you attack them with them, and then you sacrifice it to the Witch's Oven, or you sacrifice it to the Deadly Dispute. A very simple line, but very effective line, very powerful line. That's why the Witch's Oven is even good when your opponent brings stuff like Graveyard Hate, because even if you don't have the column from the Witch's Oven, is very good in this deck. Also to allow you to make foods to sacrifice to Deadly Dispute or to Unicalled Anvil, etc. So this is also a very strong effect. You need to remember the Witch's Oven, if what you sacrifice has power of toughness 4 or more, you make 2 food tokens, which is pretty cool. And very good in like the aggressive matchup. I really love this card. I think this is really, it wins you a lot of games. So the other one, I guess, let's go from the less powerful, like Obnixilis, the Adversary is a new card from Nuka-Pena. And, it also sacrifices. You can sacrifice a Cauldron Family, you can sacrifice a Voldaren Picker, and you can sacrifice basically, or a Construct Dude, basically those things normally, or a Mayhem Devil. Normally you don't do that. And you basically make a copy of it, again, sacrifice synergy. And if you have a Devil or a Demon, this thing makes demons on itself. You can basically drain your opponent for 2 unless they discard a card, which each one of them, you can make a Red Devil, or you can ultimate and basically win the game because you draw 7 cards, or you make your opponent lose 7 life. A very strong Planeswalker, especially in this deck. You have so many sacrifice that, going something like turn 1 Voldaren Picker, turn 2 Unicalled Anvil, sack the blood token to make a 1/1. Turn 3 Obnixilis, make 2 Planeswalkers, make a Devil and make this card, and from there every turn you either make them discard, you drain them for 4. It really kills your opponent quite fast. So this deck doesn't kill you like in a big blow like skills. It does a lot of cheap damage, over time, which Obnixilis works really well with. And of course, I would say the Ravager of the deck is Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil is your best card by far. Like the power level of Mayhem Devil is nothing compared to the rest of the deck. When you got a bunch of sack outlets set up, like for example, one Witch's Oven, one Unicalled Anvil, and you have 1 Deadly Dispute in the hand, this gets quite crazy quite fast, because of course every time a player sacrifices a permanent, it deals 1 damage to any target. So, when you do the Cauldron Familiar cycle, it deals 2 damage. When you do the Unicalled thing, and plus the Cauldron Familiar damage, it's like 3 damage. With the Unicalled thing, you get 2 damage. And with every other sacrifice effect you get in the deck, which is many, you actually, even the Crocs are going to the graveyard, then you deal your opponent 1 damage. So this is very strong, and this is one of the strongest cards in the deck, and that's the kind of the one that normally can help you close out games, or it can help you dominate the battlefield. Definitely one of the strongest cards. Then, one of the reasons I love this deck, the manas in Pioneer, if you see the games, you will notice the people don't do anything for the first 3 or 4 turns. It's just like, it feels like standard in this sense. There's very little going on the first 2-3 turns of this. Compared to Modern, at least, where, 2 or 3 turns is like late game, here nothing really goes on. I really like this deck because it's fast. It has, if you notice, so many 1-drops. At least it's not fast to kill your opponent, but it's fast to put pressure, it's fast to set up. So many 1-drops, few 2-drops, few 3-drops, and the mana is good. Like, so many people are playing like tap lands, they're playing lands that enter tap whenever X is not met. So much, the mana bases are so horrible. And people are just slowing down by those mana bases. So having a 2-color mana base like this one is really, really powerful. And on top of that, you get to play a ton of utility lands, right? So this is basically you play the Pathways, the Block Crypts, this is pretty standard. You play the Haunted Reaches, which are the slow lands, so they come in on top when you have 2 lands already in your deck, which comes in pretty frequently. Normally, most lists plays 2 Den of the Bugbears, but I just don't own them in MTGO. But I think you should play 2. The card is crazy. But then, basically all your card stuff for your spells, and they have a ton of utility. So you have the 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants, in theory 2 Dens of the Bugbear, even a Castle Logwain, which allows you to draw cards, obviously. Takemuna and Sokenzan, and even Urborg will fix your mana. So you can see, you're playing basically, I would say, 6, 7. You normally should have a second Den of the Bugbear. Utility lands in this deck. So it's very easy to close out games with the Den of the Bugbear, the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, the 2 dudes from Sokenzan. And it's both a good mana base and a powerful mana base, which a lot of decks have like good mana bases, but they're not powerful, or bad mana bases that are powerful. Like, they're playing the utility lands, but they're also playing 3 colors, or they're playing a bunch of like, top lands. It just doesn't work that well. Then on the sideboard, 1 extra push, 1 extra claim for the creature matchups, 2 Alpine Moons, especially for the mono green decks, 2 Duresses for control decks, I would say, or any kind of combo deck, Thought Seizes, general discard, 2 Noxious Grasp for the green decks. Giganta is free in the deck, which you should play. It's awesome in Pioneer. Giganta is one of the best companions in Pioneer because a dumb 5/5 for 5 can win the game, Especially in a deck like this where it's grind so much, just you make a 5/5 in your deck a couple of times. You can even cast like your Onicold Ambiel of it. It's just great. And then 2 Lanterns to exile things on the graveyard. These cards were kind of underwhelming. I was playing you no more. So now I'll show you what I would do, like the changes I would make in a second. So let's jump to them. All right, so this is what I would do, like if I had to run another league, and I'll probably do. I would get that for sure. The second Den of the Bugbear in this, it's super strong. I think it's super, it's fucking crazy. So you should play this card. I would like to play some discard main deck. There's a lot of decks that Fatal Push is not great against. I feel like the decks that Fatal Push is good against, you're already kind of good against. And I love playing the Firstborn. I think that's a lot better in this deck. We have so many sack outlets that Claim of the Firstborn is just crazy. I feel like it just. You can easily just cast it on turn 2 or 3 and sacrifice it, so it's fantastic. So I want to play the 4th one in the main deck, 2 Thought Seizes, and, do the rest with 1 Den of the Bugbear. And the rest of the deck would be kind of the same. And then the sideboard, the changes I would make is I'm bringing the Fatal Pushes to the sideboard to have more answers, something to cut this Thought Seizes for, and maybe some of those lower cards like Croxa or 1-up for the more like, aggressive matchups. And 3 Unleashed Serfs for the graveyard decks. I feel this card is super strong. It works relatively well with the deck because it's an artifact. And, it allows to you, it's basically like a resting piece for like all these Delve decks. I think these Delve decks, having something like an Unleashed Serfs that can just remove the graveyard is just basically super strong because they depend so much. They play a bunch of countries and then they play a Delve spell. And if they don't have the Delve spell, I feel you are fine. So I would definitely play the 2 or 3 Unleashed Seers for sure. That would be what I would try next. I don't know if it's better or worse. I think this is more tuned to what I felt I played against. Thought Seizes, I don't want to play all 4 in the main deck, but I think 2, and then play 2 Thought Seizes more and 2 Darces in the sideboard can be good. And then the Alpine Moons have been like the kind of underwhelming, but I guess they're good against both Lotus Field and Mono Green, so it's good. Okay, let's talk about. So I think this is what I would do next. I think the deck was super fun, and I would definitely recommend playing it. Yeah. So finally, some thoughts on Pioneer. Sorry, this is not Pioneer. So, okay, Pioneer. They banned Winota, which is okay. I think it was a good idea to get rid of Winota, and I think. The interaction. One thing is important to realize: Pioneer, there's no free interaction. And the interaction is obviously way worse. There's no prismatic ending. There's no solitudes, obviously. So most of the stuff happens in a more predictive way than Modern, where Modern can you can know there's no force of vigor, no force of negation, no counter spell. So people just basically seem to have to pay more for their spells, and like their mana bases are so much worse, and that's why you see decks have like 2, 3 colors, 1 color at the max, which is cool. It gives an identity. It's very difficult to see a mono color deck in Modern because why would you, right? The most bullshit thing going on right now in Pioneer is the Nixers thing, because you look at this deck, they just kind of stupid how it works so well. Where they just, they play a bunch of expensive spells when they can very easily just use the Nixus to win the game and use Kiora to like untap Nixus, and then it just things are difficult. Definitely Mono Green is one of the better decks, and you should be prepared for it. I'm not sure if Fatal Pushes are good against it, because if they don't have the elves, they look very bad. I haven't really played against Control, but it looks to be popular. The Control feels a lot like the standard Control, decks, which, Absorb and the Fairies and, annoying to play against in general. And basically, the whole thing is that the things are cool, but you know, it feels a lot more like a standard than it feels modern. You know what I mean? It feels closer to me to standard than it feels to modern, in the sense that the way at least my games played out. You know, where it was grindy, it was like, cards mattered, but it was not so technical. If there's a word, like, it was not so difficult. Like, I made a lot of mistakes, and I made mistakes because I just didn't know the deck. It was literally the first time playing it, but I feel that somebody has a bit of experience with the deck, it didn't feel like super difficult. I think the preparation, I think that's something I always had with standard and all the formats, that it's a lot more about the preparation than the deck you're playing than the actual gameplay. Sometimes, the gameplay is kind of scripted. You're playing a good deck against mono green or a bad deck against mono green. You know what I mean? Obviously, there are decision points, and I'm sure a lot of people can argue with me that this is not the case. But this is what I felt. Compared to modern, the games feel a lot more technical, where you cannot make mistakes. Things need to be super tight all the time. It doesn't feel like that in Pioneer. Maybe it's because it's not so easy to punish people. You know what I mean? Like, something like playing a turn 2 Saga and then getting on the draw and then getting Teferi bounce the Saga into like Omnath, for example, is super difficult to recover from. Like, what deck recovers from that? You are facing down 9 mana on turn 5 versus your 3 mana on turn 5. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be nice. Or 4 mana on turn 5. You're completely behind. Your opponent, it's really like escalates quickly, let's say. These decks don't feel like, at least any deck I played against, except mono green, they don't escalate quite so quickly. So you have a bit more maneuverability. And I think these games, a standard specialist will be better than Pioneer than modern specialist, because modern is not so much about that. Modern is about, the perfect technical play, I would say, and the real understanding what you could be playing against and how your opponent's deck works and how your deck works. Whereas Pioneer, it felt a lot more about, am I having a good matchup? And, the matchup is good. And do I have like a cyber plan for this matchup I'm playing against? Also, maybe small sample size, I felt my opponents were not as good compared to when I play modern. I feel like people didn't, they made a lot of mistakes, they didn't play super tight compared to modern. So maybe that explains why. So in general, I like the format. I think it's cool to explore. I feel that there is very little brewing opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, well, it is marketed kind of a brewer's paradise, but I don't think you are there, because there's simply some cards that are just way above the power level, Like, if you take a card like, even I really love this, like, I want to try it. If you take a card like, Karn the Great Creator, this card is super strong. This card is playing modern. A lot of these cards don't, but Karn is very strong. It's a lot of playing modern. And you have a way to cheat this guy early and then just use it to just get a big artifact. It's difficult to beat, And same with this, like, if you look at these guys, like Crocs is super strong. I guess, again, Swiss plays in modern. They are extremely pushed. Thoughtseize, Fatal pushes. They're using this is like cards that see modern play. Thoughtseize, Fatal push, even Fable, Mirror Breaker. Challenge of the Fang has in play. Kalita's not so long ago in play, so even Bone Crash chances play. So it's like, this is kind of a tier above quality, likewise. This deck, like this mid-range deck, it's very difficult to find a mid-range deck that can beat things like Bone Crash Giant, Croxa, Chanted Torch of Defiance, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. This is like a tier above almost everything else, and that's probably why it is such a popular deck. Also has very nice mana base. The same with the Surge Control, like, these two Planeswalkers, they're so busted. They're seeing, again, playing modern, and you get to play them in Pioneer. Like, do you know how difficult it is to deal with a freaking Teferi Unraveler? Teferi Hero of the Minority, or the Wandering Emperor? It's crazy. There's no counter spell, and your Portable Holst is playing Pioneer. Sorry, in modern as well. So you see, Supreme Verdict is Pioneer legal, so it's Shark Typhoon. So a lot of these cards actually are kind of modern legal, and they're kind of a tier above what comes behind them. I don't know what is the third best Planeswalker, but why would you ever play that if you have the Fairy Hero of the main area? I like this Blue Spirits deck. I think it's cool. Doesn't play a lot of busted cards. But it's the same with this Phoenix deck. Like cards like Treasure Cruise and Temporal Trespass and the other one, Dig Through Time, they're just so much better than almost anything else you can be doing. So why would you do anything else? You know what I mean? I think this is the big problem with Pioneer. There's just some cards. I think these are the Delph cards, Nykthos, Teferi, that they're just kind of above the rest. And when the cards are such clearly above the rest, it is difficult to brew because you know what the hell are you gonna do? Even in modern fields, even though 4 color may be the best deck, you can beat it with a variety of decks because every deck in modern is so powerful. You know, they're not so much like they're not like 10 tiers above you. They're maybe a couple of tiers, a little bit of stronger as a whole, maybe on average. But even like mono red prowess can beat 4 color. You know what I mean? You know, all sorts of decks can beat 4 color and all sorts of decks, but it's not so much the case in Pioneer. I feel in Pioneer there are just like some cards are just like kind of way above here compared to what the rest of the field can do. Anyway, guys, I hope this has not been too long. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you there. Bye. Wow, we found a match. I haven't played a single game with that, so I'm kind of like hoping to get a bit like this version of feeling, you know what I mean? Like this feeling of the first time doing something. We have Giganta because it's free. Opponent does not reveal a companion. We do have a pretty good hand, I believe. I think the best is to start with this guy, right? Or with the oven. Not too sure. I think we're gonna start with this guy. You can hit them, you know. I think chip damage is important in this deck. We do play a few 3-drops. Alright. I have no idea what this deck is. Alright, Den of the Bugbear is a nice one. We play block creep tapped. We could play the Den. Synthesize is probably the worst option. So we're just gonna go ahead, I think, and play the Den. Play the Witch's Oven. And we're gonna hit them. And then we're gonna play Mayhem Devil turn 3 with the Urborg. Right, they make a dude. I guess he passed. Alright, so we have the Mayhem Devil. That's supposed to be pretty good. I think I can just play... Probably doesn't matter, but I guess it makes their mana a bit less good, right? So we can just play the Mayhem Devil. Do you even need to sacrifice now? They're just gonna attack, you know. Maybe they don't block. We just block. In this case, we just sack. Kill these. And they go. Next turn we get to play Synthesizer and dig a bit. I guess we're playing against green-white creatures. What a miss is a land draw. Very interesting. So we're gonna start with playing Synthesizer here. Alright, so Takemona. I guess we can play this, sacrifice the food token. Pink. Give us a treasure as well. Alright, we can play a cat. I think I'm gonna play the other cat too. And I think, you know, this is looking pretty good. Daily Speed obviously draws 2. And now we have a Witch's Oven plus Mayhem Devil going on. Oh. Create X 1/1 creatures. This is a 1/1. I guess I should have done this before combat, but it's okay. I guess I could have taken extra damage if I sack here and then I ping the guy, but alright, they're just gonna see it anyhow. Alright, so we win the game. We're playing some green-white stuff. I think Claim of the Firstborn seems decent on this deck. And we have a Fatal Push and maybe the Noxus. stuff. I guess I can cut one of the Obnic Sillies. Have the Crocs, like a little bit the lowest cards. One synthesizer. I guess I need to bring in so much more. I already have like a lot of stuff. I'm gonna leave it like this. Kind of learning it on the fly, you know? Kind of learning it on the fly. The format. But yeah, basically with the Mayhem Devil uncontested like this, we could have sacrificed a cat, kill the token, hit them for 3 more. And at that point, even if they have a beast, it's just 4 damage per turn. We still have the blood token we can filter with. This guy is very good actually. It's very innocuous, but very cool. I think this deck is overall pretty cool. You saw how some version of the deck played Miku Massacre. I actually was wondering if I had them or I sold them. No, I sold them. They're probably expensive. Shouldn't have sold them. I don't know. Should I play more of this? Do they play like some stuff that you know is good against? It's like the only graveyard stuff we have is cat. I mean, by cutting the Crocs, it makes it even less likely. Why is it so small? Nobody knows. Well, we got the card over another paddle push shiz. So I think, and we have the main there. I think this hand is actually a keep, even though it looks kind of weird. This hand. I guess they could play Portable Hole. I guess I'd rather play this, right? Doesn't 1 damage, you can hit them. It's always good. A Ganjo. This is not the land they want to play. It's always good to keep track on when are they playing these lands. Alright, this has hexproof, so it kind of sucks. I mean, we could play Oven plus push whatever. I think that's gonna be the play, right? We can deadly dispute next turn. I don't think there is a reason to attack. He gets everything we can beat except like a... Alright. I guess we can save this for another. Rest in peace. I think I want to do it now, right? So I can just get the damage in while I can. Alright, so they take 1. We just thought, okay, they didn't play a land. I don't think they have a land though. Alright, let's play this as a red guy. Kind of like playing Mayhem Devil here. Next turn we get to like dispute plus. Oh my god, that mana base sounds so bad. Add the line color is probably to no more creature you control whenever you attack for each opponent. Alright, so we can steal this thing, turn it into like. It's also good. So we'll just claim the firstborn. I'm just gonna keep out the deadly dispute. I don't think there is a reason to play the deadly dispute at the moment. Let's say that's awesome actually. Killed it. Then before they go back. We even get 2 foods, which is pretty cool. And this deck is cool. That's cool. So now we have the Noxious Grasp. We have the Deadly Dispute. They have an... My god, their mana base is just... Wow. How many Flames do they play? Or Forest? Where's it? 7. Then 6. 5. Then attack. Opponent doesn't do anything. I could just sacrifice the food, right? I could do not. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute it. You know. Oh. So they have this guy. Should probably mean they will exile this. They get to life. I mean, we have to kill it though. So we have right now 4, 5 mana. When I know more, you control if the battlefield create a colorless construct artifact token. That's pretty good. So we're gonna do is first we're gonna attack the one Emperor. And they're down. Put them to 7. Then we're going to play Unequaled Anvil. We are going to play the Blood Crypts. I'm gonna go red, black, and black. And we're gonna cast this with Casualty X, which so now with Casualty X, we're gonna sacrifice you, I guess. And now I have only 2 cards in hand. So we have to go plus. And I think they also discard. They discard. No, they took the damage. The devil will not die, so we can just do this. Unless we can sack enough turn. There's no reason to do it now. Alright, they make a dude. Alright, so we can go here, sack you. Now they need to discard from the up. Or they're dead. Also get exile there. Kill these. That's, I think Red Simply is not great against this. Yep, they're dead. So we just attack, sacrifice one of the dudes, and we win the game. Amazing. Alright, this deck felt really good. So far. Very, very good. Oh, sorry, just sure. You know, it's like my opponent really obviously stumbled a lot. I don't know what was going on there, but I've been meaning to try to look as my... I don't know where it says it. Oh, I'm not in 1900. You know, this deck just kind of kills you fast. And it kind of draws a lot of cards with Deadly Dispute and all those. And the Claim the Firstborn, man, that Claim of the Firstborn was just, you know, opponent was really destroyed after that. I guess was playing green white mid range. I mean, it just all right. So like, I think you could play Jaunt instead of red black, and then you get other food synergies. Then you're more all in on this guy, right? This way, you just literally the only graveyard stuff that you care about is this, right? Because the rest is doesn't matter. And this way, you can play a lot more. This should have a second. Den of the Bugbear, by the way. Just don't own it on MTGO and it's expensive. You have to play like Takemona, Urborg, Sokenzan, have the Aita, and then Castle Ogwain. And you get to play so many good cards, you know? Like so many good lands, and it's something I really appreciate on a deck to be able to do this. You also have to play Giganta, which is hot, obviously. I think this hand is alright. This is low land. Okay, this mana actually works out somehow. What molds? We can go turn 3 up. Alright, so we play this because you know I count this as a kind of almost a tap land, but oh, the Nisa. Alright, this is probably the mono green deck. I think this is kind of the scourge of the format. And it's about to tap unless you control 2 or more lands. Alright, so we can play this tap. Don't need to take more damage than we need to. Hit them for 1, pass. They have a second forest. Alright, I don't know what this does. Alright. I think it's kind of a good idea to play the devil here. I mean, they can have a third mana. You can play these a minus and plus. Okay, I think it's actually better to play the up. I don't know how easy it is to deal with it for them. We just gotta. So we minus, we plus. You know, next turn we can go Fatal Push Mayhem Devil. I believe discarded, which is very interesting. Another of the Nisa. I actually didn't check what they just found line, right? Alright, they have Nithos now. But Nithos only adds 2 mana at the moment. Alright. Kiora. They untap. Sweet corrected. Alright. Plus. Plus. I'm wondering if there's a wall where we do not hold up the Fatal Push. I don't know. Probably we're playing the Mayhem Devil, right? And then we just playing the high. We could play a Fatal Push. Let's play the Mayhem Devil, that's for sure. Next turn we can do everything, right? So let's just hold up this. And this thing having Hexproof is so annoying. So annoying. They can make all growth troll. Sure. Interesting. We draw a bunch of cards. Now carried it. We didn't untap. I don't have Revolt, right? No. Okay. So let's say this is 2 damage when I sack it. 3. Hmm. They actually discard the card. Hmm. Actually, I don't have any artifacts to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. So I sacrifice these and get a dude. Or I can just get a cat. Oops. No, that's not the best. Alright. I think getting the cat is just better, right? Yeah. Getting the cat is just better. I could have attacked this. Oh man, I didn't realize this kind of block. Sorry. A lot of new cards. 10 mana. Ah, scary. Cavalier of Thorns. Mm. So they get a land. It's what mana are they activating now? Make a dude. I should have done it in my turn to get an. Oh my god, this deck. Ah, I could have gotten a dude actually. Alright. I think they're dead though. That's 0 cards in hand. We plus. I'm at 30 life too. Alright. I think they're definitely dead. Yeah, I actually messed up this game, but we got it. What's happening? Alright, I mean, sure. Ah, they get to draw a card, so they don't die. Alright, so you. Yeah, it's lethal, right? I just sack here. Alright, I didn't play perfectly, but we got there. Alright, we beat the mono green deck. What is good against the mono green deck? I guess Alpine Moons is the only thing you really want. I guess this is good. Setup push seems a bit whatever, honestly. And I guess I can cut the Croxes a bit slow. And Claim seems very good. But it's not. May 1. May 2 is fine. 3 is fine. Alright, ups look very good though. It's got a lot of cards. Alright, I mean, we have the empty thing. We have these two. I guess if we draw a land, we get to play this on 3. Let's keep this. Alright, that's pretty good. There's a shock here. This guy is very good, man. It's Voldarian Epicure. I mean, we can play another Voldaren and a Cauldron Familiar, or we can just play the... I think it's fine to say, okay, I'm going to play this guy, and I'm going to play a Cauldron Familiar. Hit them for 1. Then I'm going to play these as a Black Swords, I guess. I guess depending on what they do, I can just Alpine Moon them. Kyoto. Alright. This is 2 steel, so I think I can just go ahead, play this. Do I attack Kiora? I mean, it says 7 loyalty, I mean, it's forever. I think we just attack them, right? And we can play Alpine Moon next turn. Now we go red, black, black. Sacrifice the cat. And I guess we go plus you. This one we can only plus, so they discard. In this case, I'm just gonna... I think discarding is kind of strong here. They pick 11. Alright. I know they get 5 mana now, but... Call your Thorns, very good card. I guess they get to draw a card every turn, so annoying. Probably on turn. Forest. I think we're just gonna plus with both and just chomp people. Nick goes Shrine the next. Here, pass. They're 8 life only. I can deadly dispute. Like, basically, their mana production has been a bit slowed down, basically, with this Alpine Moon. It's still 7 mana they have next turn. But it's getting pretty close to ultimating, actually. Karn the Great here. I guess I could filter the witch's oven away with a treasure. Now that I can use it, basically. I guess they can also get a pithing needle here. I mean, we can still just draw a Mayhem Devil, right? They're gonna name up. But actually, we get rid of this guy. Um. ¿Qué, perdón? Ah, queda poco. This guy kind of... I guess I can ping it down with a Deadly Dispute. Losing to Karn old. That's 4 mana right now. Alright, they got that. They draw a card. They play a land. 2 cards left in hand. And I guess they play another one of these. Yep. It's pretty strong. As we can start by, I guess, Deadly Disputing Golden Familiar. Can ping the Karn. We can Deadly Dispute this guy. In the Karn. Calm down. We got 2 cards. So we can claim the firstborn you. So I can deal them 2 damage here. So I can kill Kiora and play a Dan. Yeah, we're gonna do that, I think. We're gonna play the Dan. We're gonna play this, kill Kiora. Black. Black. Gain 1 life. I'm not sure if I could have killed him. Probably not. You. Next turn we have the claim plus the like we can. So now they have a lot of mana still. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wow, 10 mana. Alright, they can flashback this thing. Interesting, I didn't know this. They get this guy, and they get this guy, but they're actually running out of mana right now. I think I won this game, especially if they attack. Based on they minus Pestilent Cauldron. I don't even know what that does. Some kind of So maybe Sokenzan just does it. I claim the firstborn. Sokenzan. Attack. They block and block, and then take. Maybe it's better to actually attack with this. There's 4 mana. So I claim this. Attack with this. Then they go down to 1 life, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And then I can kill them the next turn. Ah, they do not go. Actually, this is exactly lethal, I think. So they can block these 2, and then this goes through. They can block these 2, and then this is enough. Woo! The match was happened. The match happened, people. Oh, I love this deck. Gun is annoying, but man, this deck is so cool. Then another Dogbear coming up here, definitely. Awesome, awesome. All right, 2-0, guys. I'll see you for the next one. Bye. All right, welcome to round 3, people. We're currently 2-0, even though this thing says 0-0. Because it's another day, and MTG doesn't remember. So far I feel very good. I haven't played it perfectly, and we're still winning. It's kind of nice, right? It's always a nice thing. We're gonna play in Spatutinia. I think it's one of the like trophy leaders. 5-lander with a Mayhem Devil. It's one of our better cards, but I think this hand is too slow. I'm guessing I'm gonna keep this. Put back Blood Crypt. They didn't reveal a companion. This is not a great hand by any means, but definitely like the weakest hands we have seen on the deck so far. My opponent has Spell Pierce here. That's an op. Be nice to have a creature to sack to it. I think I'm just gonna play a Block Crypt tap and pass. It's not really a point to play the Synthetizer here. Reconsider. They put a... well... Temporal Trespass. Ah, that's the one that you extra turns. So we're playing against Phoenix, most likely. I'm not sure how the Phoenix matchup is. No idea. So they look 3, they put a Phoenix. They pass. Bottom. I'm kind of wondering if I should play the Devil or I should play the Obnixilis. Could resolve the Ob, plus. That doesn't seem too powerful though. Let me just play the Mayhem Devil and pass. I think it was low hand. You know, we were on 6 though. I didn't really feel like it was the time to. Most likely our opponent's gonna be hitting us with some Phoenix and we're gonna lose the game. Alright. So I'm gonna play. Should I play Synthetizer? I really would like to hit a land here. Oops. I like to hit a land here. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna play my cat as well. We're gonna pass. Next time we're gonna up Nixilis them. They final land, they have an opt. So they cast 3 spells, obviously they're gonna get the Phoenix back. Consider, I think the Phoenix is almost for sure coming back, right? It's funny because on Modern, 3 lands is all you need for Phoenix. Whereas in Pioneer, you probably want to hit 4. They draw 3 cards with Treasure Cruise. 1 mana, by the way. But we can kind of raise them, you know? Lining out my Voldaren Picker. And they get 2 Phoenixes. So obviously very good. I think we're gonna start. I don't know about playing on. No, yeah, it sounds like a bad idea. So we're just gonna start by disputing our little experimental synthesizer. I don't know why I'm lagging so much. Now, there are 2 cards. We are going to cast our cat. Gain life. We could sack the blood and draw 2 more. I don't think that's necessary though. We're just gonna hit them here. Actually, maybe I will do it. Sack the blood token. My still has 6 cards in hand, which is pretty insane. Maybe I'll do it. Just I can sack the blood token, get 2 fresh cards. Draw 2 cards too. Maybe they counter it, but who cares? Chat a course. As long as they don't have like the 3rd Phoenix, I think we're in a decent shape here. Strangle. They need 6 mana to activate this, yeah. Chat a course number 2. Funny they played this before combat, right? No Phoenix. So I know they hit us here. Like I'm gonna cost 4 mana, it's a lot. Alright. So we could play the Dan. I'm gonna play the Dan, play the cat, suck the cat. Plus this. Alright, so play the Dan. Play the cat. It's kind of a racy matchup, I see. So we hit them for, we're doing to 13. Hopefully they don't have, if they had more of these guys, right, they would have, as they would have played them. I guess it's with casualties, like this guy. Maybe I should sack the top one. Probably should sack the top. They discard that. They can't really kill both. Or I guess they can, I don't know. Got a couple of cards. They don't have more Phoenixes. Are they just racing me? Yep. And just dead. Yeah. I guess I have the... Yeah, take some extra turns here. And with that. Maybe miscounted. With that, I mean, very strong deck for sure. I think we kind of need the... I would like to play only Sunset here. Alright, what is good? Definitely Soul and Lantern. What is Lantern the lost doing? Exile target card from a graveyard, exile card from a graveyard, then draw a card. This is kind of nice. I think Battle Push, pretty bad. I think Thought is pretty bad. I'm not really ready for this matchup, I realize. I'm not sure how good Claim the Firstborn is. Probably not very good, right? Probably the res is better because it allows us to at least discard their stuff. And I guess Thoughtseize is better. I actually don't know. What is Cynics playing? I need to figure it out, sorry. Mono red, Rakdos. The fuck is. Where's the Phoenix deck? Is that Phoenix? So they're playing only 4 creatures. They're playing Thing in the Eyes. I mean. So maybe Fatal Push is not the worst. And maybe we should play Fatal Pushes instead of these. Maybe on the draw, Fatal Push, like, Thoughtseize get better, but I don't know. Maybe like 2 pushes, 2 duresses is the way. Yeah, let's do that. But that seems kind of good, right? Like, discard a non-creature. They have lots of non-creatures that worth discarding. Discard Galvanic Iteration. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if this matchup is favored. I don't think it is. They kind of go. They're a bit faster than us, I guess. It really depends, I think, on how many like finishes they find in their top whatever 20. You know, which is often the case with these Phoenix decks. I like this hand. I think I'm gonna play this as a red source. Play this Boulder and a Picor. You know, we take less damage this way. Alright, that's a Croc, so I think I'm gonna shock them. Start by attacking here. Crocs is very good. Still is just kind of the card that can swing this matchup. Put them to 18. Also kind of a cool card to stack to up, right? Consider. I guess it's bad if they discard a Phoenix. Maybe I should have not had it like this. Alright, maybe Crocs not the dream. I think we maybe won like 3 Unlicensed Hears in the grave in the sideboard in this deck. There's not like a 2-mana counter spell, right, in Pioneer? Disdainful Stroke, but Spell Pierce, I guess, that's the one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Alp here. As it is, got another Phoenix, life gets tough. Spell Pierce. May have double Spell Pierce. That would be pretty brutal. They should consider first if they could draw an line Phoenix and discard it. I think I would have done that. Choose two colors. All right, that's pretty crazy. All right, let's start by plussing here. Let's start by synthesizing here. Play as a black source, I guess. I'm kind of down to like play my Mayhem Devil. You know, I have lots of sacrifices to do next turn. I guess they can find two 1-mana spells. They can actually cast this guy. As the disaster would be if they have this, yeah. Dude, this is basically a bolt. Alright, they actually just don't. 3 cards in hand. I need to decide if I want to do this or not. Like, let me start by... Should I dispute? Yeah, let's just dispute this. We can also play around the spell creature they have. That's not the best. Oh shit, I can escape Croxa, right? This is a powerful card. He's at 4 right now. The opening still is pretty strong. Eh? Piece of the puzzle, they gain 1 life. Put Soulstar Giant into the graveyard and open piece of the puzzle. What does it say with piece of the puzzle? I'm read the top 5, put up to 2 instants and 4 in the graveyard. Alright. They draw 3. I guess they have it here. Yeah. I mean, they only get to Phoenix. It's not the worst. And you know, this deals like 9 damage. It'd be awesome to find like a Soul Guy Lantern. I think should have Alicent's here. I don't know if this matchup is popular though. I might do this if I reveal the rest. I guess I want a synthesizer first, I guess. That's the play. To withdraw. I guess I can dispute it. See what I draw. Discard Phoenix. So I can play this Lantern, right? And then exile all cards from all graveyards. So I guess we start by playing the rest here. A Brave to Young Paramancer. And this deck is powerful, eh? Young Pyro. Young Pyro. Make a bunch of dudes. But they cannot discard stuff now. So you know this ops plus attack of the Croxer will be lethal. I guess they can block with everyone. I guess we attack first. We make them discard this card they have. Let's start by synthesizing here. That's an up. Then we sack the Crocs. I guess I can just plus, yeah. Plus. Very important. It's the one that has 3 loyalty we should keep. Alright. We drain them. Alright. The rest is a Sing are nice. Crocs has a bit hit or miss, I think. They do have the Pyromancers, which they will cut maybe. I think this is good. I don't know. Do I want the... I don't want the Thought Scissors because it seems that I don't want to lose life. Nice. I mean... So... I like these hands. Don't want Epicure, we can barely dispute it. We can also play this as a... Oh, that's the up. Red. Well, Epicure turn 1 is really nice. Basically means that they take 9 damage. Like, sorry, they start the game at 18, basically. Cheap damage coming through. I can actually, like, cycle this even. I don't know. Could discard a land for it. 2 Phoenixes. I think I'm going to do it. The Phoenix are scary. If I could find a graveyard piece. I don't. Now the question is, do we up here? Problem is both our ups almost will die. And we can Mayhem Devil. I'm gonna force him to kill it. Yeah, let's do that. You know, sometimes I don't have it, you know. So I need to find two 1-mana spells. And a line, of course. Which they maybe have. Dude, they always have had the impulse for my deal. It's in pretty rough. Wow, exactly two. What an insane turn. This is turn 4. What an insane turn. Why is this guy just kind of dies? Let's go this guy. I do not have any swamps, right? So I need to shock, which is a bit bad. Do I prefer to have the treasure? I think I need to sack this. Wait, stopped. I mean, Den of the Bugbear kind of races nicely. They have a third Phoenix in the yard. It's a good card. It's a very good card against us. Can't believe they're playing a Braid. It must be one of the few decks it's good against. We're at 10 life, not that next turn. That's an Anvil. We don't have any artifacts to sacrifice. Alright, we're gonna start by attacking here. I think that just makes sense. And we're gonna go here. I think it's treasures, whatever. Um, we're at 12 life. My opponent can have potentially 3 Phoenixes here. If they find the 4th Phoenix, we're dead. That will be the 4th Phoenix in the top 24 cards. Pretty good. Young Pyro, that's a nice card. Shock. Alright, so we can do is red, black, red, guys with casualty X. This one. We can plus here. Discard Crackling Drake. That's actually a very good card. So if I minus, I need to plus so they cannot kill it. I need to sack these guys. Oh, it's only you control a demon or a devil. I just realized. So I guess should I minus into plusing? That's actually kind of true. I guess they get the third finish with that here. Maybe? Yep. All right, they got us. I think this matchup gets impressively easy if you have the Hearses. Like, I don't think there's, Hearse just completely turns off this guy, right? They bring in the young pirates just to fight the Graveyard Hate. I think I'm not sure really, but how many Graveyard Hates there are, but at least this is a Croxa deck. Maybe. The Esper Giesenfang is an active Graveyard deck. The Strings deck, so I think we should have more. Like, we should have the Hearses. It's good to know, it was a good game. I felt like May should play my op earlier. I just read my op for the first time, so you only gain life if you have a Devil. Kind of funny. I realized that. But yeah, this deck list is definitely not tuned to the Phoenix matchup, which again I'm not really sure if it's even that popular. I don't even know if it's that good. But her seems like a good card to play in this kind of decks. Sounds very reactive. I don't dislike it though. Kill things and steal things, we can draw cards. It's a bit slow, but I'm just gonna play these and pass. I don't know. We're learning, we're learning. I think that was a close game. Maybe I could have played a bit better. I'm sure you guys in the comment section can let me know my mistakes. This is a... Alright. Alright, this is not looking that great, especially if we flip a 3-drop here. Some kind of mono blue deck. I'm kind of downplaying this. So I got to cycle a card away. Maybe I should even. Discard a mountain. These. They cycle. I guess I'll try to final push it enough turn. I can also claim these, which is, they make a massive one eventually. It's some kind of blue-black control deck. I'll take one. I don't care. I'm gonna push it. I don't think there will be many more great targets. I think they counter it. It's good. They're just gonna start by attacking here. Current's still ongoing, but yeah. With that, maybe I have another dude. I mean, I'll trade my Epicure for another shark, which I make sure it's cycle main phase because they are not missing items. Alright, so I mean, this can draw some cards, it's kind of cool. The structure. I don't know what my opponent is waiting for. We're gonna synthesize here. Yeah. We're gonna make a dude next turn, right? That's just our best. Yeah. Play. This is not great, but whatever. We're making land drops. They do not cast anything. Fail passage. I wonder if I should just make a dude with a synthesizer. It's just like a fair thing to do. And there's a chance we find a 3-drop and it kind of sucks. But we can also find an Ambil, right? Just gonna play. I guess we can get down with Castle Lock Lane. I guess they'll counter that. Alright. It's fine, we get a 2-2. Again, we can steal massive sharks here. Alright. Oh, again, no attacks. Alright, so let's bolt there in Epicure again. It's like if I activate this, is a million life I lose. I could just cycle this or Deadly Dispute it. I don't know. Could cycle it maybe. Let's pass. Let's lose the instant speed. That's why it's a. Because I can also just draw a card, I mean, life seems fine. I'm gonna cycle these. It's got a claim, I think. Should have done these with the stack, right? Plus 4 life or whatever. Drawing cards is addictive, people. Gonna want to draw a manland at some point. I think I have 3 red sources. I think I'm gonna play another red source, play Roller and Epicure. You know, we're just beating down with 1/1s. That's the plan. Can keep drawing cards with Castle Login. Now with the Lush. Maybe I claim the firstborn. We can just steal a shark if they make that next turn. Happening. Big through die. This is an instant speed. Amazing. I think Herb is looking better and better, guys. Everybody's playing these cards. Everybody's just playing Dig Through Time. I think every deck that was not that had blue was playing these cards, right? I think the Herb just to, you know, make the river small is and just kill people is great. Drown Cat comes. Kind of I like all my cards. I think I can actually just take a damage hit. It's got a card too. Island. Let's hit them for 7. We can fara push a shark if they have it. Maybe I should hold this. Hmm. I think they have a counter spell. Sure. I take 3. I think I still have 5 cards in my hand. This Castle Logwyn drawing 2 cards for free like this. I could also have Gone Gigant in my hand. Less painful, but also more useless, so. This costs 6 mana to activate, so they cannot activate it yet. They take. Alright, so let's just play these. I can sack the block token. I can sack the cat. Let them surveil. Oh. Can't pay for that. That's pretty bad. Maybe should have done this at instant speed. Now they get to untap. Like, that was bad. I just misplayed here. I should have done this at instant speed, not like this. What is this? That one showdown is the instant speed. Alright, that's the March. Hmm. Let's draw. You know, I can pay for whatever. Wow, they have negates too. Absolutely brutal. I'm just gonna do this. I go down to 8, yeah. Can't misplay this game, guys. Also never drew an op. But has 2 cards in hand, very interesting. More counter magic. I'm probably gonna die here, so let's go to game 2. I can just activate this and kill me. Alright, so these cards seem very good. None of these. I guess Duresses seem also very good. Duresses and Thoughtseize. Good cards. This not good cards. So all of this looks good. Do I want so much this card? I don't know. I think the graveyard stuff sounds good. I think all of it looks kind of nice. Maybe cut the Duresses, but the Soil Lantern is so weak. I think the Croxa seems good. I think like this is fine. I don't want to like cut my cards to kill them. I mean, I think I don't know about Bugbear in this list. I think could be kind of good. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean, that's a list. I don't know what to say. I think the Sharks get better against post boards, but yeah, I mean, I think we can win this. Just to play tight and not play into counter magic. I think we can definitely. We can play this stepped. I guess we can wait and see if we draw land, right? That's even better. So let's play these. Let's just get going, you know what I mean? I like attacking. I think attacking is a fun thing to do. Get to play the Oven anyway, and I get to attack. Let's hope we draw land. If we draw land, I think we're in great shape. Then we get to cast this guy. Maybe they counter it. You know. But at worst case, we can just arrest them. We also just dispute them. I guess I'll just hold up the counter spell. So I guess the best is to kinda to duress. Maybe cycle this for synthesizer. Let's do that. Should have done this turn, not the end of turn, obviously. Small misplay. I should have cycled these. I think it's worthwhile to... Land, please, deck. Oh my god. I guess we just pass like this. And we dispute end of turn. This is so bad, though. I want to play this guy. Let's see if they counter it. They'll enter run out of counters, right? Black. It. Why did I do this? I could have stacked the foot to make a dude. I don't know, I'm just playing so... I'm playing too fast. I should chill. Yeah. Not only would they be at 13, I would be able to attack them. Dude. One is in... They're at 12, basically. I think I kind of need to. The Mayhem Devils are so good, though. This is gonna get countered, though. Can't find the land. Absolutely can't find the land. Alright, let's talk to them. Push, extinction event. Let me read this. This 1 and 0, so it's not a big deal. I don't really care about this extinction event business. I guess they can extinction event and exile both my dudes, but I just had one. That's alright. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Let's discard this. You know, you also know they don't have it. I mean, I guess they will draw a few cards here, but... Alright, so they go to 10. This could be 9 if I play correctly. Sorry, 8. They discard a card. Oh, they just draw 2. Amazing. Maybe did I give them the 5th card type? No way, right? Oh, they just discarded. Oh, land. I love drawing, guys. Turn 6, not third land. But we have 3 lands that ended tapped. Did I tag you like 3 hearses in this deck? 3 hearses, that's the way. Black. So Land, please, deck. Come on, man. Dude. Can't believe I didn't draw land. Instance. I still couldn't find a land. Jesus Christ. Or a cat. Cat would also be nice. You can always do this, right? So could have actually sacrificed to make a food. As I can sack the witches over, make a dude, and sack it to this. Don't love it. Is there another line? No, I think this is the line. Let's just sack this. And they have two counter spells, actually, most likely. Alright, so I'm just gonna play a Witch's Oven. So they do. Oh my god, people. Alright, so I'm just gonna sack these Witch's Oven. Just pass with the Deadly Dispute up, I think. Even as a day live, the Zambia will eventually kill them. Now they just discard a card, right? We basically want to dispute end of turn. I think I can actually dispute the treasure. Censor turn 8. That's what happens when you miss a million land drops, right? So which cards do they have still in hand? They don't have the dig through time, don't have the file push. So they have an extinction event, right? They haven't cast it. So let's try. See how many counters they have. Are they countering the... Yes, they also counter this one. So there was two cards in hand. Land. I guess they will cast this for the victory time. Okay, can I draw it? I guess they will have a counter spell, but they only have so many of these ones, right? Like they have one, they have casted two already. And they cast something. Still haven't found a cat. So it's one damage. I can sack this. 4 damage. I think we're gonna do it, right? Why am I lying so much? Internet? Internet. As we went up with this dude, it's good. I have 4 cards in hand. I think it's like we can basically kill them right on the stack. It's like on my upkeep. Now they choose even though these two get exiled, so yeah, I'm at 3 life. A cat does it. Cyclone. Interesting. My opponent's at 2 life. I think we're gonna handle them, boys. No! Wow, I just messed up so heavily. Why didn't I tap it? Alright. Could have done it in my turn, but I did it on their turn or whatever. Alright, we beat them. That was a tough one. I think the thought systems look very good. I think this lantern is just too slow. We were in 2 lands forever that game, and somehow managed to get there. Man, I must say the gameplay of Pioneers looking pretty good. I think the hearses, though. I think the guide lanterns and the Soga lanterns and everything, they're kind of. We shouldn't forget Giganta too. Giganta seems. I have 8 minutes, so I gotta play a bit fast. Alright, this hand is very good actually. Yep. Well, this card comes in tab, but oh. I gotta play a bit faster, guys. So balance. So, dude, this mana base is so nice. We can Thoughtseize plus this. I'm kind of liking Thoughtseize plus Open here. Even though if we could resolve... I don't think I will play around Spell Pierce. I think I have a shitty discard card. Alright, let's attack first. Maybe they do something. I think they're thinking. Alright, we gotta focus here, but we got anything. So you thoughts is them. Beautiful. So which is open. So now they use the removal, we get a dude. Hands. Is it risky to play this experimental synthesizer? Oh, that's a nice one. So they do have this extinction thing, but costs 5 mana. I think I'd really love to resolve the synthesizers, but it's kind of difficult. Maybe I can wait till next turn. Let's just play the color familiar, see what they do. I think I may just pass here. I know it's weird, but I think these conical Danvils can just win me the game, so let's not give them something to counter, shall we? We do this. They discard a Sharknado. Should we just Don't care. Yeah, sure. Alright. I think the cheap damage is where it's at, guys. I mean, if we draw fourth land, this for sure resolves. They, of course, can counter what we cast, but... There's a cat! They went damage. Oh, they kill a cat? Honest, that's fine. You know, still have an Olin. Airy Lyre to this draw. Unlikely they have double counter spell. They just have the counter. They dig through time. But we get to both get our dude back and good things like we get to discard whatever, right? So it's kind of nice. Shark Typhoon, they have a Torrential Earhawk, Shark Typhoon, or a Sinister Sabotage. I'm gonna go. They have 5 lands, so they're gonna cast this. I'm gonna discard. I don't know, man. Typhoon seems annoying. It will be a 2/2, 3/3. Just discourage it. Light years away from you. Hey, counter this one. But if they do, do not. Maybe counter this one. If they don't counter this one, I'm just gonna attack them and pass my turn. And like, so just gonna attack them and pass. No need to like play into it. If we draw a line, we can activate this guy. So we know they have Sinister Sabotage. They have like 1 card more. Alright, so that's a land. I guess they will shock it in. It does a negate and a shot until next end step. They concede. I mean, this is too much, right? They go to 7. Alright, so nice. We didn't do a dispute. Awesome. 3-1. With the control gamer. Almost there. Okay. No sé, pura como es eso. Alright, guys. 4-1. Sorry, 3-1. We lost to Bottetinia on Is Phoenix, which I really think. I think I would actually have 3 Hearses in the graveyard, in the sideboard. And just call it. I wonder what's been the result of the modern challenge, this Phoenix challenge. Alright, that's. We can have a look. So this is the challenge results. Is there any sack deck? I find this deck is kind of like underrepresented. There's one here. Jabberwocky was playing it. No, Jabberwocky is playing it. Jabberwocky is playing it. Oh, they're playing Karn. Interesting. Interesting pick. I like this hand. I think we want to Blood Creep right and play our Voldaren Epicure just in case we are able to draw an untap land. Very cool what he's playing. He's playing a different version. Oh, sorry, just went somewhere. With Contact Creator, Final Pushes, Deadly Disputes. I don't know if I love how it is. I think I would like to have one Meat Through Massacre in my deck too. I think this is cool. And this guy is also interesting, the Blood Tide Harvester. Yeah, I think we shog in, right? Oh, sorry. I'm playing this guy first. I guess they're playing some kind of exile effect. Kind you're familiar, just get exile, this kind of suck. It's kind of sucky. That's red. That's another one. Alright, so maybe playing the mirror. Very interesting. I haven't played the mirror, obviously. I haven't played any of these matchups before. Alright, that's very good. I think we go. Yeah. We go black. Honestly, I just trade, right? I mean, we're on the play, we gotta make it happen. Nice. Trading happens. Alright, so we go red, black. Play unequal Anvil. These cards have been pretty good, actually. I sacrifice this guy, make a dude. Next turn we get to up it. That should be very nice. And then unless they have like a Mayhem Devil, I think we're in good shape here. Alright, so they lose a life, and we gain a life, and we have a 1-1. So life is equalizing here. I mean, they could also have, they have a shock, so it's a cat. Oh wow. Honestly, I think seeing this. So if I do it now, basically I get to make a dude, right? And next time I can up them. I have an oven and I don't. So they exile. I mean, it's another good reason not to play your cat, right? I mean, I guess this is bad if they have another one of these. But we have a second anvil. That's their own anvil here. So if they try to kill these, I can sack it, right? Interesting the meter for sure. But I think with the cat, all right, they're sagging that. Oof, they're sagging this instead of. Yes, they draw a card and they make a card and they get the droid anyway. But the life seems kind of important. All right, so we do not have a devil, right? This says you only gain life if you control a demon or a devil. So we're gonna do this. This. I don't think we need to attack here. We just need to protect our Obnixilis and we're good. Mm, you know. I guess they can deal us 3. I guess let me do this before this results, right? Yes, actually the cat becomes worse if you have this. Attack here. That's another pink. It doesn't have another way to kill this. I think I'm fine. You can sack this guy, make another dude, ping again. This goes to 1. This dies. I like adding killing this cat because I don't have an oven at the moment. Hmm. They lose to life. If I sack these, I make 2 dudes, and I lose 1 life. I think honestly this is fine, right? I think my up. I think we can just kill them. I mean, this will deal in 1. All right, there you go. Reds. They had 10 life, you know. Synthetizer. As I can sacrifice it. Yeah, Devil is good. Oh, second Devil is very strong. But it's still like... alive. Ping ping. So I take 2 damage. Did they have to ping? I guess they can ping this too. But I'm very high on life. I guess I can wait for my turn to bring it back, the cat, so I can trigger these 2 guys. Let's go to my turn. Yes, it's a good draw. My dudes. Yeah, I can definitely kill them here. Flaming the firstborn. They're definitely dead here. There's no way they're not dead. They should try to kill their own devil here. It's like with the last pink. I think being aggressive was good here. Oh, awesome. Oof. All right, so I won the 4th claim. We've won almost for sure the 4th final push. Lantern. I don't know. This look very bad against Catavan, honestly. I'm not gonna bring Graveyard Hate. Cards that are probably not super worth. So the slowest cards, I guess. Croxa seems bad, and because they can discard a card. Also, Deadly Dispute is amazing. I think we just want removal, flames, and stack outlets. Maybe the Deadly Dispute should be my deck. All right. Yeah, this is a turn 2 unequal, turn 2 sympathize. I think I'm keeping this in. Any cats? We have a Dan, even which probably is good. Then a Mayhem Devil, which is the Urban Ravager of this deck. To the shock. They're already sure that we don't have the. The thing they played. So we're gonna play the Unecold on turn 2. Hopefully we draw like a ball bang or something. Hit it by 1. Go to 18. It's decent, not the greatest, but decent. This would be nice next turn if they play a Mayhem Devil. Yep. So if they go turn 3 Mayhem Devil, I think that'll dispute. So they go turn 3 Mayhem Devil, and we can claim it and sack it. It's super nice because then we get to basically win the game at that point almost. I mean, we like not only do we kill their dude, but we end up with a token. They have a way to bring the Column Familiar back. Yep, it's Mayhem Devil. Alright, so I don't think we even need to cast all our spells here, so we're just gonna claim it. Come with Daddy. Maybe I guess they can use the treasure and Fatal Push it. Take 1 damage. Sure, that's fine. I mean, this is a 2-for-1. I don't really see the point in playing the Synthesizer this turn when the next turn is almost for sure gonna be good. So let's just play this and pass. My opponent basically is use their treasure to, yeah. Let's play our Synthesizer here. I have to claim the Firstborn. I mean, my opponent must have some as well, but they don't do anything with their mana. I've been using a lot more of my mana. God, that's a cat. Big one, sure. I think this is not the biggest deal. Just get hit by a cat. Alright, so we sack this guy, I think. I think it's better to sack it so we can cast whatever we draw. Could have attack with these, but I also don't want them to like kill it. I should put Gigant in my hand. What am I doing? Should put Gigant in my hand, guys. Alright. Me and that. I mean, I do get a treasure anyway. Prevent one life loss, but I think I like getting the treasure so I can make a do next time. Could even eat the treasure. I have the treasure with food. What's it gonna be? I have one block token. Alright. Like this, kill this. I don't think I love this Blood Tide Harvester. We get dudes. They go to 11. Is that you? I just claim the firstborn. I was just so good, guys. And this dance, obviously. I have like a lot more going on than my opponent here. Synthesizer. And that's a comeback. It's not the land. 3 swamps? There's a lot of swamps. I'm playing like a Badger version. Deadly Dispute. Wow, that's. I would definitely go for the blood token here. Can play the land, but they shouldn't play this land. They don't know if you're gonna throw a better land. Black. Red. Harvester. So I think this is lethal. They go to 9. So just chuck this in. This person. Okay. Alright, so we can sack here. Gonna play our boots. Sacrifice you. Gonna go. I mean, our Dan is still leaving one dude behind us, hitting them, right? This 3 damage, 4 damage next turn, so they need to find some kind of way to. Alright, that's a good way. They make a dude, draw a card. What did this card land? Not one of these. I have no creatures. That's a good just. So I can do is if I push you. I think I got it. So I attack with all. They'll block. That guy. Alright, they take 2. Oh no, sorry, actually I don't have anything. So they go to 3. Then I will discard the Kamuna. Mayhem that will just GG next turn. Yeah, Mayhem that was just GG, so might as well go. Alright, so I was gonna get the guy back, and that would have been one of. I just didn't see that one. So they just discard a last. One more land. Unless they have a discard spell. Make a dude. This is actually kind of getting in there, you know. They have 2 cards in hand, 5 mana. I mean, I love this, how much, like, how strong the mana base is in this deck. That's 1 more card in it. I mean, just play this sack. Yeah, they say too. Alright, for a 1 in the first league of Pioneer. Not the worst. Alright, we just definitely had it here. Oh, okay, we just had it here. Alright, from one, we lost only to the Phoenix deck, and I feel we are kind of light on graveyard hate. At least it felt like every blue deck was just beaten by a hearse, which is kind of nice. Alright, let me do like a quick tactic. Just to, yeah. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.